Kaohsiung Tzu Chi volunteers host filial piety activities for children to express love for their mothers. On Buddha Day in the Philippines, Great Love villagers make donations to raise love for India. 歡迎收睇DaAi Headlines， 我係 Ruby 我哋一齊嚟睇下今日嘅內容。May is the month of filial piety. Kaohsiung Tzu Chi volunteers hosted filial activities in schools. Children handmade rice balls with Jing Si instant rice to feed their mothers. Some of them even called out to express their love for their mothers. The soft hands of a daughter were massaging her mother's hard-working feet. A hug between a mother and child pair, as well as between grandma and grandchild pair, moved them to tears. This great-grandma brought her great-grandson to participate in Mother's Day activities, and her son and grandpa also came.
Give her a hug and serve her a cup of tea. I'm 57 years old while my mother is 83. I feel very good today.
For the mothers who didn't come, the children called out directly to express their love.
Through this loving behavior, they can express their love and gratitude for their mothers. I think it is very meaningful.
As for Anping Elementary School, volunteers taught parents and children to make vegetarian dishes by using Jing Si instant rice and noodles.
It tastes like normal meals. It's quite delicious.
Children fed their mothers with handmade rice balls and Jing Si instant noodles.
I think of the moment when my mom fed me when I was small.
I hope there will be someone to accompany her and he doesn't need to be rich.
Mothers all over the world are the same. They don't need too much. Just a sentence to express love is enough. Apart from hosting filial activities, Tzu Chi volunteers in Tainan's Anping district also went to care for mothers in communities on Mother's Day. A mother lost her son one after another, while another one has to raise two grandchildren because her daughter and son-in-law were both in prison. With volunteers' love, it is hoped that these mothers can walk out of sorrow soon. Holding a bag of egg rolls in each hand, Tzu Chi volunteers were walking into community with a mother's heart. Grandma Chiu is staying in a small suite with her little grandson, taking care of him like both his mother and father. It is found that Grandma's daughter and son-in-law are both in prison. When she thought of her daughter, she couldn't help shedding tears. Another mother missing her children is Grandma Li, who has a second son passed away 3 years ago. Unfortunately, her eldest son also passed last month due to cancer.
I always miss my sons. Sometimes I will think about my eldest son who has just passed away. I will think about his figure walking around here.
To face the impermanence in life, she can only turn over the photos to memorize the best moment of her son.
Thinking that his mother worked so hard for her children, our hearts go out to her. After all, it's really hard to see her children pass away.
This bag of egg rolls symbolizes blessings, hoping that these mothers can walk out of sorrow soon. In Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers held a vegetarian lunchboxes charity sale, inviting everyone to try various delicious and healthy vegetarian dishes, and at the same time praying for the pandemic. The event was well received. About 2,700 vegetarian lunchboxes were sold in 10 days.
Washing and cutting vegetables, volunteers were preparing ingredients of lunchboxes mindfully, with a wish to let members of the public taste different vegetarian dishes.
In fact, I look very much forward to the vegetarian lunchboxes made by Tzu Chi every year. And this time, the lunchbox surprised me a lot because it has different dishes every day.
In order to promote vegetarian food, Tzu Chi volunteers from Ula to Rem sold vegetarian lunchboxes for charity to encourage everyone to eat less meat and more vegetables. During the 10-day charity sale, wherein 2,700 lunchboxes were sold, gaining reputation from the public.
We not only want to make vegetarian food delicious, but also hope that when people open the lunchbox, they can see the nice displays which can enhance their appetites, so they can eat happily and start falling in love with vegetarian food.
Making good use of technology, volunteers attach a note of a QR code to ask for people's opinion on the lunchbox, so that volunteers will have a better idea on how to promote vegetarianism in the future.
你对今天的便当满意吗？然后会还有说你平时在餐食中会多考虑多增加一些素食吗？
At the same time, volunteers actively promotes vegetarian lunchboxes in stores, factories, and communities.
订购对象呢有银行、有工厂、有幼儿园、有补习中心、有饮食餐馆。马来西亚也是经历这个 MCO 的。
Since Malaysia is undergoing movement control order, many people choose to buy takeaway. The launching of vegetarian lunchbox is a very good idea. Also, vegetarian food is very healthy.
然后而且又是再加上是素食的话，更健康哦。
Bearing compassionate mind, everyone can reduce their desire for meat and starts to adopt a vegetarian diet to protect sentient beings.
In our coming series, we take a look at the legacy of Tzu Chi's bamboo cone bank, since the campaign of saving 5 cents a day to help build a hospital in Hualien, to now a dignified version done through one's mobile. We see how Tzu Chi's bamboo cone bank gathers small donations to do great things, and now has even been transformed into saving a handful of rice in certain parts of the world.
A bamboo bank for the last 35 years has connected the disciple to the master.
在1986年的时候，那是第一次。
In 1986, that was the first year I met Master Zheng Yan. I grew up with her rumpling my hair. When the master was at the Taipei chapter speaking on the Sutra of the Medicine Buddha, all the children knew they must give the master their bamboo coin bank to help build a hospital. Those few words were imprinted in us, and that's what we campaigned for. So actually, the bamboo coin bank era helped plant seeds of compassion inside the heart of so many young bodhisattvas with such a way to instill wisdom.
心中都有烙印的这样子一种开智慧的方法。
Easy to understand wisdom is Tzu Chi's earliest mission. 30 housewives took change from their grocery money and saved 5 cents a day to donate.
有了功德会，但是呢很穷，没有钱，要从哪里来？所以呢，要希望人人一天节省5毛钱就好。在那个时候就是5毛钱，不求多，5毛钱。这5毛钱只是买菜钱的节省一点点，对家庭没有影响，生活没有影响。 人都合起来就可以做好事。
我不要从啥，我干了也要生活。
I didn't do much really. I only knew how to do bookkeeping, while everyone did all the legwork. When the donation came back from the train station area at night, it would get counted the next morning, matching the cash and the amount submitted. Then someone would deposit it at the Bank of Taiwan. This is what the treasurer did. There was cash and books, and that must match, and that's how we gathered the donation.
不管这定钱呢。
我要你天天呢一念善心，每天一念善心。人人呐，假如每天都起发一念善心，你这一天呢，就会时时有善，时时有爱。你对人做事会很平和。
Bamboo represents character, and the sessions represents following the precepts. The bamboo sessions are hollowed inside, which represents humbleness. So we have a saying, if the bamboo sessions are hollow, we must remain humbled like a valley. If the bamboo grows straight, then it is diligent. If it's curved and not broken, then it represents it uses its own strength to influence those around it. What does it influence? Where do we find it? It's in the bamboo shoots. How will we influence them? The bamboo leaves. The bamboo leaves represent compassion. I made it into a poem. Coins jingle inside the bamboo, jingle into lotus pond loud and clear. Sounds of love is ranging true. Jingle, jingle filled with love.
As the years go on, the bamboo coin bank becomes an icon of Tzu Chi and a way of doing Tzu Chi.
This is rice saved from the harvest. Half is to give to Tzu Chi to help another, like they have helped us. The other half is an offering for Buddha.
In
response to the modern technology here in the United States, we have digitized the bamboo coin bank. It's now an e-bamboo bank. Thank you for the support that never ends. Taiwan's not in a good place right now. I must stand with you, like you have stood with us the entire time. Thank you, Taiwan.
I was going to buy a laptop, but I heard about the earthquake in Taiwan. I am instead donating that money because those suffering cannot wait.
ليش انت كثير بتعيطي؟
حريت عليهم كثير.
I was very sad because of the flooding in Africa. I want to help them. They are like our brothers and sisters.
The trickle of coins connects the bamboo coin bank from then to now. Much hasn't changed about it as it grew organically as a simple way to help another.
触碰有空间，可难做不满。为筹此基金，储蓄买菜钱。一人一不满，日存5毛钱。积沙可成丘，向前行大山。
In the Philippines, although it is under the pandemic, Great Love Villages hosted Buddha Day ceremony outdoor and made donation to help those affected by the pandemic in India. How to turn a tricycle into a mobile altar in celebration of the Buddha Day? Local volunteers have experience in decorating it solemnly with fresh flowers and recycled materials. The decorated mobile Buddha statue altar was being rolled into Great Love Village, where the villagers were already waiting piously. Tainan was holding a bundle of flowers and a PET bottle filled with coins, which was to be dropped into the donation box.
We have received too much help from Tzu Chi before. Now it's time for us to give back. I pray that this money can help those in need.
Ophelia, who runs a grocery store, has mobility issues, yet she spends every Mother's Day with Tzu Chi volunteers.
I have participated in the Buddha's Day activities before. Since then, I will try my best to attend every year. Although during the pandemic, I still want to join. I will do the same every year and offer my most devout prayers.
On the Buddha's Day, in addition to paying respect to the Buddha, it is necessary to practice Buddha's compassion towards the world. Volunteers have prepared donation boxes to raise funds for the pandemic in India. Villagers were willing to contribute their efforts.
No one in this world is useless who lightens the burdens of others. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed.
The love that transcends religion is best presented in the Olmec Great Love Village. The Buddha's compassion for all sentient beings will also be sent to more places in need through Tzu Chi volunteers. The South African government has recently lifted the movement restriction orders, which has been in place for nearly a year, allowing Buddha Day ceremony to take place with anti-epidemic measures observed.
After 14 months of being apart, pandemic prevention measures are still needed, as a Buddha bathing ceremony is taking place in Gauteng Province, South Africa. Today it is being held at the Tzu Chi grounds in Johannesburg. It complied with government regulations about the number of participants in a room. Therefore, a total of 49 Chinese and local volunteers participated.
Last year we didn't do anything about COVID-19, but this year in 2021 we're so happy because we come in Tzu Chi's office. We think this is the end of the disaster. We're tired already.
The Buddha bathing altar is very simple and elegant. Everyone walks forward to pay homage to the Buddha's feet, receiving the fragrance of flowers and bathing in the grace of the Buddha.
Lot of people during COVID-19 we didn't see this day. So I'm happy because I'm blessed. I'm in shelter of Master Chin Hand and I see everything when I want. Then I'm happy to see this day. A celebration is very nice for today.
Thank you all, everyone, for your hard work.
After the completion of the Buddha bathing ceremony, South African senior Tzu Chi volunteer Zhang Minhui presented attendees with special gifts symbolizing peace and a hope that the pandemic would subside and bodhisattvas could return to doing good deeds.
In Taiwan, Taichung Tzu Chi volunteers in different communities host a Buddha Day ceremony mindfully in order to attract locals to join. They also gathered outside the almost completed Dongda Jing Si Hall to pray, hoping that more people may join in doing good deeds.
At the square outside of Dongda Jing Si Hall, volunteers line up to form Ping and An, symbolizing peace, as this was a good team effort.
I wholeheartedly bless people in our Dongda Jing Si Hall.
Tzu Chi Care recipient Ms. Huang is from Vietnam, as this is her first time coming to celebrate Buddha's Day.
I pray that my parents far away may be safe. I haven't seen them for years.
Due to the pandemic, many are unable to go home as they pray for world peace. At Dali Jing Si Hall, many people gathered to celebrate Buddha Day.
I pray for Master Zhen Yan's well-being and pray for the volunteers to walk the Bodhisattva way.
We must learn mercifulness from bodhisattvas.
I think of what others need and never think of my own pleasure.
At the liaison office in Houli, 60-year-old volunteer Cai Pei-yu had a knee joint surgery a while ago.
I told my feet every day that you must get better soon so I can go back to Tzu Chi.
With an ability to give, one must contribute. At Dongshi Jing Si Hall, Buddha Day is being celebrated as Miss Wang, who was helped by Tzu Chi before, now returned to help others.
I'm now a Tzu Chi member, and I started to give to others.
Over 1,000 people gather at Fongyuan Jing Si Hall.
I pray that the world can be at peace and everyone lives a healthy and happy life.
Let us pray with mercifulness and also pray for peace for the world.
Kaohsiung Tzu Chi volunteers have specially created a short animated film about the origin and spirit of Tzu Chi to celebrate Buddha's Day. A senior Tzu Chi volunteer, Zhang Guijiao, also brought her friends to attend the Buddha Day ceremony.
At the solemn Buddha Day celebrated in Kaohsiung's Jing Si Hall, besides the screen displaying volunteers from all over the globe, an animated film was played. This animation describes Tzu Chi's history, as it is produced 100% by Tzu Chi volunteers in Kaohsiung.
If we can present Tzu Chi's path as a painting and preserve its history, how good would that be? So from this idea, our team started to collect data before doing the animation.
The animation presents Tzu Chi's story. Though the animation is still in production, the animated trailer did manage to impress Vietnamese new resident quite deeply.
Everyone will get sick. We are the same. Sickness then turns us from normal to poverty. I have learned a lot and I felt very moved. Tzu Chi has done a great job.
Tzu Chi's spirit incorporated into animation, Zhang Guijiao, who is a Tzu Chi volunteer for around 40 years, brought many of her friends to celebrate Buddha Day.
Today I have brought our volunteers and young volunteers, around 7 to 8 people. We all participated in Buddha Day and experienced that life is such an important lesson.
These groups of volunteers are responsible for the cleanness of Kaohsiung Jing Si Hall. Not only do they have to mop the floors, they also have to kneel down in order to wipe the floors clean. Their dedication proves their sincerity, as on Buddha Day, this gathering of kindness blesses all participants.
In Paraguay, the pandemic still continues, so medical resources are in short supply. Tzu Chi volunteers provided anti-epidemic materials and urgently needed medical beds for many hospitals, hoping to reduce the burden of frontline medical workers. The pandemic in Paraguay continues. This day, Tzu Chi volunteers rushed to send 7 new beds to 2 hospitals.
Taiwan and Paraguay have always stood together, so Tzu Chi Foundation launched a donation campaign. At present, 20 hospital beds have been donated to different medical institutions. Tzu Chi also sent 4 beds to Inaram Hospital.
Tzu Chi Osunsan and Ciudad de Este Liaison Office try to find ways to raise funds to provide local medical resources.
We have donated these hospital beds. With these beds, we can save more lives.
Thank you very much. We are very honored to receive assistance from the Tzu Chi Foundation. Tzu Chi has helped us a lot during the pandemic, especially during the most difficult time in this year. The materials sent by Tzu Chi are very precious.
On the other side, the most needed epidemic prevention materials, including boxes of masks, protective clothing, gloves, and eco-friendly blankets, were being placed at the hospital entrance. It is hoped that these supplies can protect the health of the frontliners and be the strongest support for the medical personnel. Tzu Chi United States headquarters held a Buddha Day ceremony and the certification for new Tzu Chi commissioners. A single mother, who is a Tzu Chi volunteer, has fulfilled her wish to donate $1 million NT. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you and see you next time.